Wait a minute. Lord, I'm about to never sleep this damn phone. It's gonna give me a damn heart attack.
Don't do that. Hello, lovely. How are you?
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, lovely. How are you? I'm just waiting on a few people to come in. Hello to those that's on here so far. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hey, Taya. Just waiting on a few people to come in.
You daddy.
What?
You daddy.
Huh?
Daddy here.
Do what?
He's hurt.
Who's hurt?
Doctor's daddy.
Jazzy? Is you saying mommy?
Doctor daddy. Doctor daddy.
Oh, I'm doing good. Hey, Dove. How you doing?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Layla.
Daddy.
How are you? How are
Doctor
you?
Dragon. This.
Today we're going to talk about the Tamla Horsford case. We're unpacking some of the things that I've discovered and some of the things that don't sit right. Um, some things that, that just don't make sense. Really don't make sense. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. You too, Rachel. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. Well, Taya, yeah, we kind of got a timeline, but we don't know if this is the correct timeline. We only going by what they're saying. Oh yes, it keeps me busy, y'all. And I got a grandbaby due on the 14th of January, but I really doubt if they're going to keep her till January. I'm pretty sure y'all hear my kitty in the background too. I'm actually doing two different rooms at two different times, y'all. So pinging people on one end. I'm trying to get people on the other. Give me a So the timeline that we have established somewhat so far. Now, hold on, let me grab these notes I got over here. I got quite a bit of. Okay, so from what I'm reading and from what I'm seeing, let me give you the name of the key players. We got timeline starts at 4:30 p.m. literally, and and first it. Give me 1 second, child. My little fur baby is going. Can you not get up here, little fur baby? My little fur baby. My little fur baby. My little fur baby. You guys see my little fur baby. My little fur baby. See my little fur baby. See my little fur baby. Yeah. I had to take a quick call. I'm about to blow it up in a minute. So, for those that asked about a timeline, so we're gonna start the timeline off at 4 to 4:30. Nicole and Madeline arrives with decorations. Hey Laura, how you doing? Now between 5:15 and 5:30, Jeanne and Stacy Smith arrives with food. Now this is what's funny. How did Nicole and Madeline? Well, Madeline is the aunt to Jeanne, so we get that part. But how did Nicole beat Jeanne to her own house? Now, in between this gap between 5:30, what happened between 5:30 and 7 o'clock? Because Bridget and Gary arrives at 7 o'clock. 7:30, Sarah Cocker. Gary get out the car. Oh yeah, Gary gets out the car, y'all. He went in the house for 15 minutes, but he said he wasn't there. But he got out the car and went 15 minutes. And stayed in the house. He had to go speak to everybody. If you was just dropping your wife off, what reason did you have to, get out and speak to anybody? You was just dropping her off. Now at 7:30, Sarah Cockerham arrives with appetizers. Now, in between that, they said between 7:30 and 8, Marcy Harden arrives. But we got to squeeze in between there because Jennifer arrives around 7:45. So Marcy arrives between 7:38, 8 p.m. Jose Barrera arrives a claim allegedly during kickoff. But we got to remember, Jose is the girlfriend, is the boyfriend to Jeanne, which means he would have already been in the house. Now, Tamla doesn't arrive until 8:30. Around 8:45, Thomas Smith, husband of Stacy, joins Jose in the basement. Now, mind you, they said Jose didn't arrive until during kickoff, but Jeanne is the girlfriend to Jose. So Jose is already here. Tamala arrives. Then Thomas pops up, which is the husband to Stacy. He joins Jose in the basement, allegedly watching a football game. I'm assuming it was a college football game. But what I'm not understanding with that is, how were y'all in the basement watching a football game when Madeline lives in the basement? If she lives in the basement, there's a bathroom and all of that and all of this down there, then how are you guys down there? Where were you guys actually watching the game at? So it's like it's a little confusion there. Then you got 9:32. Tamala FaceTimes her husband and children at around, okay, at 9:30, Paula Seals arrives. But at 9:32, Tamala FaceTimes her husband and children. Now, Madeline at 10:30 allegedly claims she went to bed. Madeline Lovely is the aunt to Jeanne. Now, Madeline claims to go to bed at 10:30. And that's kind of a little odd. At 12:43, Tamala FaceTimes her daughter and grandson. Everyone says hello. Now, at 1:34, we have an unknown timestamp, but nobody knows what that unknown timestamp is. Okay, so in between all of this, they're partying. They doing this, they doing it. Like, I'm gonna show you guys a quick. That was just the timeline, the so-called timeline that they came up with. I'm gonna show you guys this video. The first video that I have up is, but we're gonna remove this one, and I'm gonna put up the other. There we go. Now I want you guys to, as you guys can see, that was a quick 4 seconds. But now we're gonna go here. This is Madeline.
I wanted to talk to you about the evening that Tamla Horsford died. You were here visiting at the time, correct?
Yes.
And who were you visiting at the time?
Jean Myers.
Is she related to you or just a friend?
Her mother and I were best friends throughout life, so she's my best friend's daughter.
Okay.
I refer to her as my niece.
Okay. And were you just here temporarily, or were you living with her at the time?
No, I was living with her at the time.
Okay. How long had you been here prior to this night?
Okay, I arrived in August.
Okay. And how long? When did you go back to Louisiana? Or when did you
I,
move to Louisiana?
yeah, I went to a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Uh, I let's see, I arrived back on Friday, the week before Thanksgiving. Yeah,
Okay, so you were there a couple months.
yes.
Okay. Prior to that night, had you ever met Tamla Horsford?
Uh, I did. I met her the weekend before they were having a Halloween uh carving party for the kids, and um I met her briefly.
Do you know whose house that was at?
Yeah, it was at Jean's house. Jean had the
Hey
Halloween
Yasha, how you
carving
doing?
party, and Tam and
Do good to
her
yourself.
friend,
Doing
one
all
of her other
right.
friends, was sitting on the back patio, and my bedroom was downstairs in the basement, and I saw them out there and went out there and said hello.
I'm trying to get other people to come in.
Do
I'm
you know who the other
actually
friend
going live
was?
on 2 different platforms today.
Um, Diane.
Okay. You don't know Diane's last name, do you?
No, I don't. I had met her prior to that night on several different occasions because I spent a lot of time at my niece's house the year before.
Okay. You had met Diane? Is that who you're
Yes,
talking about?
Di-
Okay.
Diane, but not Tam.
Okay. All right. The night of the Halloween party, so the first night you met her, were there a bunch of people there? Was it just a couple?
No, it was a lot of people, and actually, I wasn't feeling good that night. I I have been having problems with my neck and my back, so I didn't feel good that night, and I went to bed early. But one of the kids accidentally came into my bedroom, and they ran out screaming, "Somebody's in that bed!" So I got up and went went out to tell them that, hey, uh, the kids called me Aunt Modi. I'm Aunt Modi.
Right.
And then I saw out the back door, I saw Tam and Diane. And because I knew Diane and had walked by, I just opened the door and said hi, and then went back to my bedroom.
Okay. So you weren't really hanging out with everybody. You were just there and had met her that night.
That's right.
Okay. So then the night of the party, the following weekend, from my understanding, that was for Jean's birthday.
Yes.
Okay. So you would have been there all day. So when people started arriving, you were already there, correct? Because you were living there at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
About what time did people start arriving, if you recall? And like I said, I know, and we talked on the phone earlier, so I know that we're talking a year and a half ago. So if there's stuff you don't remember,
Yeah.
that's okay. I know there's going to be details that we're not going to remember.
Well,
But
all I know is that it was early evening before dark. I don't really remember the exact time, but people started coming, dribbling in early evening before dark.
Come on, baby. Why can't I get the
and
stupid
was it
mic?
all females there? Were there some males there at the time? Do you remember?
Well, at first, um, at first it was just females, and then later Jose came and Stacy's wife Tom.
Okay.
Lady D, is this Bridget? No, this is Madeline. Madeline, actually. Okay, because I thought they sound old. Yeah, this
And
is.
were Jose and Tom up like hanging out with everybody else?
I forgot how to find my
They
damn
they
cash
they
app.
said hellos, but pretty much they went down to the theater room in the basement. There was some big football game on. I think a Louisiana team was playing. So they were watching the game on the big screen.
What big screen though?
Okay. And then from my understanding, you went to bed early that night.
I did.
Do you know about what time you went to bed?
Um, the time I don't know. I know it was after they cut the cake
Oh,
because
now you don't know. So
they needed
now,
more ice, and Jose and
okay, guys, I got a discrepancy with that because now she's sitting here saying she don't know what time she went to bed. She know it was after they cut the cake. But on the timeline, it states that she went to bed. She said she went to bed at 10:30. You were one of the first ones to go to bed way earlier than everybody else. 10:30 would make sense because remember, Sarah said she left after they cut the cake. Exactly. So Madeline, you said you went to bed at 10:30. Now you saying you don't know exactly what time it was. You just know it was after they cut the cake, which means you went to bed right before or a couple of minutes or seconds right after Sarah left. Wow. The discrepancies in these stories, I tell you.
um, Tom came down to eat some cake, and then you know,
Hold on. Another discrepancy. How did Tom come downstairs to eat some cake if he's supposed to be in the basement? Lie number 2. Again, I just want y'all, because I'm gonna put be on the lookout on my channel. I got Gian's statement on the channel already. I'm gonna add all of this to the channel. But I just want y'all to listen to her, that they was in the basement watching the game. Shouldn't have been coming up to get a slice of cake, not coming down?
it was mentioned that we needed more ice, and somebody went to the store for ice, and I went to bed shortly after that.
Lie number 3. Exactly. Bridget went and got ice, brought ice with her to the party so nobody would have to go get ice. But, now that Madeline's mentioning this, because, this was mentioned in an interview that they went to go pick up ice. What I'm getting at is, when did they go pick up ice? Where did anybody go pick up ice at? When I was standing around, you said they went to go pick up ice after they sung Happy Birthday. I mean, I'm just curious, y'all living in these big, infamous, pretty ass houses, and the refrigerator didn't have an ice maker on it. I'm just trying to figure out why after 10:30 somebody needed to go run and get some ice.
Okay.
Come on, y'all, hit that like button for me. Let's get these views up.
So after somebody left to go get ice, you went to bed.
Yes.
Okay.
This is another thing, y'all. This is another thing that's bothering me. How on God's green earth is they doing interviews over the phone? Why is this a video chat over the phone or Zoom or whatever you want to call it? Why isn't she in at the station giving her statement?
So were you still up then when Tamla got there that night?
Yeah, because she was the last person to arrive, and it was before we cut the cake. You know, it was actually
Wait a minute.
before
Hold on.
everything started.
Lie number four. Lie number four. How was Tamala the last person to arrive when Tamala arrived at 8:30? Correct me if I'm wrong. Paula Seals. Paula Seals was the last one to arrive at 9:30. So how was Tamala the last person to arrive? Exactly, Dub. Like who? When do they start doing that? I'm not putting my business out there, but I done been arrested. I done been questioned by the law a couple of times, and I ain't never got questioned at my house. I got questioned at the police station, or if I did get questioned at home, it was in front of an officer's face. It wasn't over no phone. It wasn't sitting in no, where they thinking you supposed to be sitting. But she at home in her comfortable old lady rocking chair, giving an interview. Mommy got the juice in there, baby. But that's just weird. But let's just finish listening to the rest of this bullshit interview, because that's what it sounds like.
People had been trickling in, and Tam was the last person to arrive, and I met her formally. My niece introduced us
Go in there.
because I don't even know if she remembered me from the previous weekend.
Okay.
Go in there, go watch TV. Right now.
Was everybody drinking at the party?
Go in there. Don't play with these over.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody was drinking. Yeah.
Were you drinking?
Maybe I had a glass of wine because I'm not much of a drinker anyway. So I
Uh-huh.
mean, I might have had a glass of wine. I don't really recall, but
Uh-huh. And let me preface this. I kind of told everybody else too that I've been talking to. I don't I don't care about the drinking. I'm not here to judge anybody. It's perfectly normal to drink.
yeah,
I don't care about any drug use that went on. I'm not going after people. I mean, and I haven't heard this was happening, but if people were snorting lines of cocaine, I don't care at this point. We're just trying to figure out what happened at the party and what happened to Tamla. Nobody's going to get in trouble for anything that went on at the party. So
no, I'm a speak the truth anyway. I understand what y'all investigate, and I appreciate you clarifying that.
no problem. I just want to make sure, I don't want somebody to get caught up lying about drug stuff or drinking or whatever, and then we have to wonder what else are you lying about. So that's where I like to preface that, because nobody's going to be in trouble for anything that illicit that went on during the night. So we're just trying to get to the bottom of how the night kind of unfolded. So
Yeah, of
um
course.
do you know of anybody doing any drugs while you were there?
Nobody had no remorse for this lady.
And who
Yeah.
Period.
Tam and I, we smoked
Nobody had no type
a
of
joint
remorse.
outside on the back patio.
Okay. So you guys just shared a joint?
Yes.
Was that up on the porch or on the patio
Man,
underneath?
destroying even the word.
No, that was on that deck right outside, even with the living room.
Exactly, Dub.
Okay.
Not only that.
Did anybody else smoke it
She
with
said she really don't drink, but
you
I
guys,
think
or
I
was it
had
just
a
the two
glass
of
of
you?
wine. How you
No,
thinking?
no, it was just her and I.
Okay. And did you have the marijuana? Did she have it? Who brought it?
She brought it.
Okay. Was anybody else out on the porch while you guys were smoking it? Do you remember?
I want to say for a little while, one girl was, but it was the first time I ever met her. But she didn't stay outside very long. She went back in, and
Hey, Gigi.
I don't know her name.
Okay.
Okay, lie number 5. How did Madeline know that Tamla bought the weed? How did she know who was out there on the porch smoking the weed? Cause see, I'm this is a question I have. Again, I've been taking my notes, y'all. And I got a lot of questions. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how is Madeline sitting here saying that she doesn't smoke, but you admitted to smoking weed that night with Tamla. You don't smoke. Exactly, Taya. She seemed to know everything except for what happened that night. Like, come on, make that make sense. You dancing around the truth. Because how is it that you can keep up with what everybody else doing, but you can't remember what you was doing? Make that part make sense. I mean, come on, y'all. We're just gonna finish listening to these BS lies. Exactly, Taya. She don't smoke, but she smoked that night. I guess she just wanted to try it. Was it peer pressure? Come on, bro.
Do you know if anybody? I'm sure you know. Was Tam smoking cigarettes that night too?
I don't remember because I'm not a cigarette smoker.
My bad, y'all. I had a few technical difficulties.
Very long. She went back in, and I don't know her name.
Okay.
Again, y'all, it's a lot of this that don't. How you at this party?
Do you know if anybody? I'm sure you know Tam was smoking cigarettes that night too.
I don't remember because I'm not a cigarette smoker. So I mean, I don't, you know, I don't pay attention to other people doing it, especially because I didn't stay very long and join in on the party.
Okay. Do you recall if anybody was outside smoking while you were out
No,
there?
no, I don't.
Okay. Did you see anybody else doing any kind of drugs while you were there?
No, drinking alcohol. That's it.
And how did Tam seem before you went to bed that night? Did she seem like she was intoxicated?
No, she didn't. She just seemed normal. Everybody was like, in a festive mood and joking around, but there was nothing unusual that would have caught my attention.
Okay, so did you notice anybody at the party that seemed intoxicated before you went to bed?
No.
Okay. Do you know what Tam was drinking that night?
Yeah, I do, because she brought this bottle of tequila for my niece as a gift, and my niece said, I don't drink tequila, so it's yours.
Okay.
Red flag, y'all. Flag on the play. Flag on the motherfucking play. Since when somebody brings somebody a gift, even if they don't like it, to keep from hurting somebody's feelings, don't you think they would accept the gift anyway? I mean, that's what I do. That just don't make sense. And yeah, okay, you're right. It did the house. They had their own camera system on there. I want to know, how did you accidentally, Jane, Jeanne, whatever they call you, how did you accidentally erase it? And the cops just went for that. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. That's what don't make sense. Don't make sense at all. And I do mean at all. It really don't make no sense.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. The cops, they in on it.
Did you ever touch
Oh, of
that
course.
bottle? Do you recall?
Here.
Huh?
And you could say that the parents could do more, but the
Can you hear me?
Could you repeat
Of
it?
course.
I had a call coming in. It muted you.
Yeah. Do you recall if you ever touched that tequila bottle that night?
If I ever touched it?
Yeah.
I don't recall. I really don't. I'm not saying I
You don't
didn't.
recall
I'm
touching
just
the
saying I
bottle or
don't
not?
recall. I
That's-
might have been the person that put it on the bar, after Jean opened the gift and told Tam she didn't, I don't even know if it was wrapped. Tam said, happy
Yeah, okay.
birthday, and
I
Jean said, I
believe
don't
that
drink
too.
tequila, so it's yours. And I may have put it on the bar, because I did catering for 20 years. So
right.
I put things in their spot.
Right. Keep everything where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So when you went to bed, do you remember how many people were still there?
Everybody that was invited to the party was there. Yeah, nobody had left.
Okay.
Hey, Gabrielle.
And before you went to bed, was anybody, when I say angry, but like just having discussions with each other? Was everybody kind of in a good mood, or there any kind of like little arguments, or you hear anybody talking about bad about anybody else at the party while you were up?
No, they were all just having a good time.
Was they having a good time or was they plotting? That's the question.
All right, so just kind of walk me through that next morning when you woke up.
Okay.
How you
My
doing,
routine is
Gabrielle?
always in the same. When I wake up first thing in the morning, I want my coffee. I had a coffee maker in the basement. It wasn't in my bedroom. It
Exactly,
was
should
in
say why.
this open area room where there was a door leading to the backyard, and it was the type of door that has glass at the top and solid wood on the bottom. So I was standing there making my coffee, and as a habit, I always go
Oh,
to the
I know.
window and just
I'm actually trying
look
to
what
work on
kind
that.
of day it is. And I was making my coffee and I saw Tam laying out in the grass. And the reason why I knew it was Tam, because she had on fuzzy Dalmatian pajamas.
Lie number 6, 7, probably 8. Now, Madeline, correct me if I'm wrong. You said in the other interview you saw her from a window.
Yes, she did.
Now you're saying the window was attached to a door, which was what, which is what I've been saying from day one, because there's no window that you can look at us. Exactly. Where's your room and how's your room by the garage? If you was able to walk through this hall, so-called hall, and that led to a door that had window on it, and you saw Tam laying in the yard because she had on fuzzy Dalmatian pajamas. Exactly, Shatanya. If the aunt sleeps in the basement, whom we now know is not a biological aunt. Yeah, I just found that out too, Meezy. Madeline is not the biological aunt.
So what kind of aunt is she?
I guess a friend of the family type of aunt. So again, Shatanya, that makes a lot of sense. If Madeline sleeps in the basement, where were they watching the game at? Another thing. Why has there been pictures of the whole house seen, but no one has seen what the basement looked like? We only going by what they describing. I got a lot of shit on here that I need to talk about.
And I couldn't remember her name, and I just started thinking to myself,
All of a
this
sudden,
is
don't
so
nobody know each
weird.
other's name. Don't
Why
nobody
is she
know each
laying
other.
down in the grass? And it's like,
You couldn't remember her.
then I started,
Whoa. Wait a minute. Lie number 10. Because didn't she just say she looked out the glass window and seen Tam laying in the yard in her Dalmatian fleece pajamas? But then you just said a minute ago, you seen her laying in the yard and you couldn't remember her name. Make that make sense. Which one is it? I mean, come on, make that make sense. Make that make sense, y'all. Because that part right there don't sound right. That don't sound right at all.
started thinking, it's cold out there. So then I ran upstairs to my niece's bedroom, which is on the third floor, and I knocked on the door. I thought that the shower was running and she couldn't hear me. I ran back down to the basement to look out the door because I thought, well, maybe Tam moved. And
Whoa. That just sounded stupid as hell. So you ran upstairs to Jean's room, whatever you call her, whatever y'all call her. You thought you heard the shower water running. So you went back down to the basement. What about the people that were still there?
What about the praying part?
What about exactly? Because you said when you went out there to look at her outside that you went back upstairs and you prayed first.
She ain't go upstairs. Remember, when she seen outside, she went back in her room, in her bathroom, went and prayed in her bathroom.
Yeah, you went and prayed in your bathroom. So I'm trying to figure out, when did you go upstairs to tell Jean anything? Because you went outside, you looked at her body, you knew who it was to begin with. You went to your bathroom in the basement and you prayed. And then you went upstairs. Now you went upstairs to Jean's room and Jean was in the shower. And you just went back downstairs. So let's find out what you did when you went back downstairs.
she was in the exact same position, face down. So I ran back upstairs and I knocked on the door until my niece had come in. And when I went in, her and Jose sat up in bed. And I looked at my niece and I said, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Jose. And my niece went, something's wrong. What's wrong? And I said, your friend from the islands is in the backyard laying in the grass.
Hey, Shannon, how you doing?
So then that's when Jose got up and ran outside. Jean was following him. And shortly after that, someone made the call to 911, and the other people that were in the house, someone woke them up.
Okay. So let's go back. Madeline, whatever you're going to call yourself. So you're going to say someone made the call when you know exactly who it was that made the call? Shatanya, she was too busy in the bathroom praying. She was too busy in the bathroom praying. You know, and they don't tell her what else she was doing in the bathroom. She probably was flushing the evidence. Ain't no telling. I'm just saying. Again, this lady said she went to the bathroom and she went and prayed, y'all. She just said she went upstairs. So if you saw her first, why not call 911 right then and there?
So Jose ran down.
Actually had a chance to live, and y'all just stood there and watched.
And you and John followed.
Or better yet,
yes.
Let's finish this interview first, and then we're gonna get into what I want to get.
You said you went up and you knocked, but nobody answered, so you went back down to see if she was moving. Did you go all the way back down to the basement, or you just go down to like the main floor and look over the porch?
No, I went down the basement and I looked out the door again.
Okay. And then when you got Jose and you guys went out, do you remember if you went out the porch and down the stairs, or did you guys go out through the basement door?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
All of a sudden, she don't remember a lot.
Did you ever touch Tamla?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you recall? I'm backtracking. I just thought what
Oh,
aspects
thank
the
you,
night
Cece.
before.
I
Do you
tried my
recall
best.
anybody having
best.
Xanax at the party?
No,
Okay.
because I don't know her friends well enough to know what what their medical history is, or I
Right.
just don't. They're not in my age group. I don't know them that way.
Okay. All right. And I've got to ask some, they're kind of pointed questions, but I got to ask them. They're a little uncomfortable, but they need to be asked. So, that night, did you ever see or hear Tam fall and nobody just wanted to say anything because they were scared of what might happen?
No, because I have the app Nature Sounds on my phone, and because the living room was up above me, I go to sleep with rain on my phone. So the app I connect to a Bose speaker, so like it's really loud. So I had on rain until I woke up in the morning. So I didn't hear anything, and I did it purposely to drown out the people who were
Upstairs.
above me partying. Yeah.
Okay. Did you push Tamala off the porch?
No.
Yes.
Did you do anything to knowingly cause her death?
Probably.
No.
Lying.
All right, Madeline, are there any questions that you can think of that you want to ask me? I may not be able to answer them, but if I
Exactly,
can, I'll be
Shazam.
happy to.
No, not really. I just feel it's terrible what happened,
It is.
because I feel like she
You just feel it's
OD'd, and
terrible.
she had a husband and kids and everything, and that is heartbreaking, and I guess everybody that was there that night wished that we had answers, just like her family does, you know?
Yeah.
So that just kind of leaves you feeling like you just wish that there would be some answers for for the family, and for the people, just so the truth would be known. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. How was Tam laying when you saw her? I know she was face down, but
She was face down. Uh both of her hands were at her side, and she was just laying there still, with I don't remember if her head was face down or if it was turned. I know that
Before they said arm was above her face.
So let's catch Madeline in a whole nother light, y'all.
It was in the report. It was like they said
In the
her
report,
arm was by her face.
in the report, it says that Tamala's arms was placed above her head. It was above her head. So Madeline, how was she laying face down in the grass with her arms by her side?
She might be a crisis actress.
So which one of y'all placed her out there is the question. That's the thing. Y'all, who? Because come on. We know she didn't fall over that banister. That banister too high, bro. It's too high. But we're going to finish listening to this lady live.
I feel like I was shocked from seeing.
You were shocked?
I know he checked her to see if she had a pulse.
Were you just told that, or?
I was just
Lie 2,676,862. She said he only checked up for a pulse. But Jen said he bent her leg back to see if rigor mortis kicked in. Not only that. Okay, we done listening to let's finish up the liar.
told
I'm
that.
gonna get into some shit.
Well, did Jean go outside with Jose?
I can't say that I remember that.
Okay, so you know Jose went out, but you don't know if anybody else went out.
That's right.
Okay. All right, Madeline, that's all I have right now. If I think of anything else, I'll give you a call.
All right, that's the end of that. Lies, and more motherfucking lies. So I'm finna get to the nitty gritty of this. Let me put me on the big screen, cause these people tripping. Oh, by the way, y'all, this little quick video right here that I showed y'all. That's Jane. That's whatever the hell her name is. Let's go back. Please.
John. They call her as John.
John. No, I think this one is actually Jennifer, the white girl that was linked over with the blonde hair.
Oh yeah, that's Jennifer.
So we're gonna remove these and we're gonna put my face on the big screen. So now the way I'm seeing this, excuse me, y'all. My camera looked a little dingy. Grandkids be touching stuff. So yes, Shannon Williams. The party was at the girl Jean's house. Jean, however they want to pronounce her name. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. My fur baby is fussing. Because why? The fur baby didn't get over here and got stuck. Couldn't get up on that side. Huh. So the party was at Jean's house. Okay. So now in the 911 call, did anybody notice that Jose said she's stiff already? Why would he say that? Why would he say that if he didn't know exactly what time her death was? And they kept saying,
to make it seem like she died that night, but I really feel like she died that morning.
It couldn't have been that morning if he's saying she was stiff already.
But was she really stiff? Because the ambulance never got to her.
It means that they lied about the time the party was and the time that people got there.
And they kept saying the body instead of referring to her by her name.
Who?
They kept referring to Tamla as the body.
Her friends?
Yeah, the people at the party. They kept referring to her as the body. The body. It was like she wasn't a person.
Mm-hmm. Or they were all in on it and this is something that they do.
Makes sense. Now, this is something else that don't make sense to me. Where are the actual crime scene photos of Tamala's body facing down in this grass? Y'all notice we ain't never seen that picture?
Never.
I wonder why. Come on, when is that process ever overlooked? Because come on, don't I got pictures of Kanika Jenkins in a freezer, allegedly. Why we ain't got pictures of Tamla Horsford on this ground?
I have a question. If they were claiming she fell off the banister or whatnot, wouldn't the back of her head be cracked open?
No, see, that's the thing. If she fell off the banister, she wouldn't have landed face first. She would have landed on the back of her head or on her side. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Someone's knocking at my door. Very late. Who is it? Who? All right, little fur baby. You got to move on. Okay, back to what I was saying. Sorry, guys. I had to let somebody in the door. Okay, so again, we never seen a crime scene photo. Yeah, they show the grass area. You notice there's no blood for her to be and fell over this banister. Now, they got pictures of the inside of the house, the so-called crime scene from in the house. Lovely Gavon, now that I'm not understanding. Why wouldn't it be made public? They made everything else public. Why not make her photo public? They made Kanika Jenkins public. Now, this is something else. This is the question I have. Lovely Gavon, 10, 15 feet, they say, give or take. It wasn't high enough. The banister itself was 10, 15, but the iron part that, the railing part that she allegedly supposed to fell over was like the height of her back. I'm going to say, give or take, she could have been, well, give or take, Measy, say what, 5'5", maybe?
About 5'5" at least.
About 5'5", give or take 5'6" in height.
Yeah, in between 5'5", 5'6".
So this railing, the way, and I'm gonna put pictures up on my community wall here in a little bit, so you guys will get the chance to see what the banister looks like. I want to give a shout out to, what is his name? Truth for Reality. I want you guys to look him up. And I want you guys to pay attention to this particular video that I'm going to explain to you. Shout out to him, because, man, he is the way he got it, y'all, I know for a fact she did not fall over this banister. The trajectories and stuff that he have, it's amazing. But again, if she fell off this banister, she would have fell on her back or on her side. But now, mind you, she had blunt force trauma to the back of her head. How did she get blunt force trauma to the back of her head if she fell and landed face first in the grass?
That would be somebody hit her from behind and she fell over.
Who said that?
I did, Deja.
I forgot, my screen is tripping. I forgot that you are, Lord, my phone is tripping, y'all. I had to refresh the screen.
Somebody hit her though, because they still never recover the tequila bottle that she brought. So I think somebody hit her in the head with a bottle.
Now, Lovely Gavon, you got a good point there. She fell on the grass, yeah, but it wasn't that high enough to kill her. And like you said, unless she was dead before she hit the ground. But the question is, she still shouldn't have landed face first.
And she didn't break no bones.
That's another thing, y'all. Okay, 15. Okay, at the trajectory of dead weight. If they threw her over the banister, something in her face should have been fractured. Nose should have been broken. It should have been an indentation mark or something right here, a puncture wound, something. None of that. It was none of that, period. Now, this is another thing that didn't make sense. How could Jeanne be telling a story once she went upstairs? I just want y'all to hear me out on this. From the moment she went upstairs and Jose told her he needed the charger, right? Hey, Yasha. When he got the charger, he went back downstairs. She wouldn't or shouldn't know anything that happened downstairs if that was the actual truth. Because how is she able to give a story if she went upstairs and went to bed? How is Jeanne even able to say anything? Make that part make sense. Or better yet, hey, Meezy, you made me think about this. And it wasn't so much on Tamla's end. Exactly, Shannon, scripted like hell. But see, again, let's talk about how only way Jeanne would have known something is if Jose told her. That is his girlfriend.
Exactly. And they, again, let's not forget that they were supposedly broken up at that time.
Yeah, they were supposedly broken up. So I'm still trying to figure out why was Jose even at the house to begin with if they was broken up. She admitted in another interview. Exactly, Shannon. Like she wrote that shit down on the paper and she rehearsed that shit like she was finna get the leading role in The Wizard of Oz or something. Now, who's to say Jose didn't try to come on to Tamla? Tamla wasn't going for it. She brushed him off. Come on, you know how most men get. They get in their feelings. Just a suggestion. Because around an hour and 8 minutes and 45 seconds into Jeanne's, whatever you want to call them, interview that's up on my channel now, she admitted that they were broke up. So I'm still trying to figure out why was he even there to begin with. If y'all broke up, because if we broke up, nigga, what you at my house for? This ain't this ain't Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad.
Why was he still living there? Not to mention,
right?
Jeanne was really playing this crazy because she wasn't even divorced from her husband yet.
Yeah, imagine y'all, Jeanne was still married to her other husband at the time. Hold on, let me get his name for y'all. Matthew Myers.
Yeah, she was married.
Matthew Myers. She was still married to him. Okay. So, again, another person that's really, and right now I'm just focused on Jeanne, but it's a couple of more that fall into play. If you go back and listen to the very first video with Mike Christian, and then listen to this interview, she contradicts herself. Why did the aunt ask for Jose? Period. Hey, Gabrielle. You're right, Shannon. But the thing is, she didn't get pushed over the. Even if she got pushed over that balcony, she still shouldn't have landed face first. She should have landed on her back or on her side. That should have been first off. Why she got so many cuts and bruises, contusions? Not to mention blunt force trauma to the back of the head. But there's no blood nowhere. Her wrist. Oh, let me give y'all the shocker. Her wrist bone popped out of place, y'all. The bone was out there. The coroner popped that motherfucker right back in. Sold up like ain't shit happened. Exactly, Shannon. They tortured her. And then they placed her out there. Can't nobody tell me different. Something else that kind of, like I said, I've been really, and I got way more videos to go. We all know the aunt lied and said she don't smoke, but we know she admitted to smoking with Tamla that night. They all lied. They lied, and just kept lying until they just couldn't lie no more. Like for real. Go, look her. Didn't I tell you go get in the bed? It's bedtime. Another thing, y'all, and this something I want y'all to make sense. So Jeanne said that she didn't go downstairs in the yard next to her body. But why her phone ended up quickly in Jose's hands without her realizing it? Jose was downstairs by the body.
This. I my baby, yes, this. I my baby.
Go get in the bed. Take it with you. Go get in the bed. I promise y'all. Go get in the bed. Again, y'all. You said you couldn't go down by the body. And you couldn't even finish the phone call. So you didn't go down by the body, but Jose in bedtime. Good night. Your phone ends up mysteriously in Jose's hand and you didn't even realize that you gave it to him very quickly. Give me 1 second, y'all. Somebody testing my patience tonight. Go get in the bed.
I read in a Rolling Stone report, and Jose used to work for that police station.
Yeah, Jose worked for the police station.
And
one of them
because he looked up the case.
Yeah, he looked up. Now let me. Oh, honey, we ain't even really wait till we really get. It's way more to come. So, again, this is another thing that's kind of confusing me because now they say at 1:47 the back door open. Who left at that time, Measy? That would be. Let me get it right. Let me find my notes. Okay, so at 1:39 the garage door open. At 1:40 it closes. At 1:40 it opens again. Now, at 1:47, y'all excuse me, I'm like a kid, I take notes. Lovely Gavon, he popped the bone, back in place at the crime scene. He sold it up once he got it to the coroner's office. But listen to this, y'all. This is the rest of the timeline leading up until at 1:47 the front door opens. Should be Bridget leaving. We'll get to Bridget on another day. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day because she a lying one too. At 1:47 the door closes again. 1:49 back door closes. Opens. At 1:50 the back door closes again. At 1:57 it opens and remains open. At 4:10 a.m. the front door opens. Marcy leaves for work. But wait,
Marcy said she didn't get up. Let me tell y'all, Marcy said she didn't get up till 4:15, but she left at 4:10, so she left before she woke up.
Exactly. Marcy left before she even woke up, y'all, because Again, she woke up at 4:15, but she left at 4:10. Y'all make that one make sense. Let's not talk about Sarah was the first to leave. Sarah left at 10 o'clock that night.
Not to mention that Nicole Lyda said she also left at 10:30, but Sarah ain't see her leave. Ain't nobody
Exactly.
else remember her leaving.
Did nobody leave with Sarah but Sarah? But the other lady said she left too. But don't nobody recall that. Now at 4:10, the door opens. This is Marcy, y'all. Marcy woke up at 4:15 and left at 4:10. So I'm trying to figure out how she left before she woke up. She was gone before she woke up. Because she woke up at 4:15, but she left at 4:10. At 7 o'clock, Jennifer Morelli, I'm going to assume, leaves. 7:30, we got blank. 8:30, blank. No. 8:59. Now, y'all notice the time I just said. 4:10 a.m. Give me 1 second, y'all, because somebody really testing my paper. Close my door. Close the door. Again, the front door opens at 4:15. Hey, Bronze, how you doing? So again, y'all, Marcy leaves. Exactly, lovely. Give me a second, y'all. I'm not going to tell you no more. Why do kids like to test your patience? So again, Marcy woke up at 4:15 and left at 4:10, y'all. Exactly, lovely. He wasn't supposed to touch her at all, not until they got her back and it, examined the body. Now, Bridget, in an earlier interview, now they got a couple of interviews. A couple of them got a couple of interviews. Some of them interviews only 5 to 6 minutes. Some only 2. Some is an hour and so long. Some got 31 pages. Some got 54 pages. Some only got a half a page. Some only got a sentence. But this is what blew me. Again, it's a sleepover, allegedly, right? Why did Tamla come prepared for a sleepover? She came with a bag, an overnight bag. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I'm back. Exactly, lovely. How you leave before you wake up? So, Bridget mentions in one of her interviews, her lying tell self, that Tam was being overly excited about wanting to leave while everyone was going to bed. Now, I want y'all to hold that thought, because Meezy, correct me if I'm wrong, and I can't remember whose interview it was, but didn't Tam supposed to leave with one of the guests?
It was Stacey
Smith.
She said they went back to Tam's house because allegedly Tam's husband wasn't home. But the whole story was that Tam got to the party late because she was cooking and stuff for her family before she left.
Yeah, that was her last meal. She ate. The lady.
Yeah, she made the casserole.
She made the casserole for her family. She sat down, ate dinner with her family, hung out with them before she left. That's why she was a little late getting to the party. She got there at 8:30. So Stacy claimed that they were the first two people to leave out the door because they had to take Stacy. Stacy had to take. Now listen to this, y'all. Stacy took Tamla. What you say, lovely? She need to teach you how to do that. Leave before you wake up, girl. Me too. Cause boy, I could have been at work hours ago. Job would have been finished before I got there. Just saying. But you take her because allegedly the kids' dad, her husband, is not at home. So you take her home to go check on her kids. Now, the kid's dad is not at home. So you take her home to check on her kids when she could have just got in her own car and went home.
Or better yet, she could have stayed home with her kids.
She could have stayed at home with her kids instead of coming to a sleepover. I mean, I just need them to make that part make sense. You know, it's just crazy. Now, I think it's Stacy, the one who had the prescription for the Xanax, if I'm not mistaken.
It was Bridget.
Bridget. I take that back. Bridget.
It was Bridget.
Bridget had the prescription.
Thing for the Xanax. It was Bridget, Stacy, and Jen. All of them did Xanax.
All of them did Xanax.
Bridget was Jen and Stacy drug dealer.
Yeah, Bridget was the drug dealer out of the little friend crew. She knew how to get a little bit of everything. So, question I got is, why would Bridget ask the doctor, if I take too many of these, can it kill me? That's what she said in her interview. That don't sound sus to y'all. That don't sound very suspect.
Very sus.
Very, very suspect. Or better yet, let's talk about, was that Stacy and, was it Stacy and, what's her husband's name?
Thomas.
Stacy and Tom. Are they the ones who took meals over to the family?
They're the ones that took food after she died.
After Tamla died, y'all. They didn't tell y'all this part. See, we've been doing some digging over here.
But then when they took
they took food over to the family,
but
y'all.
They also left her shoes.
But Tamla's shoes was left at Jean's house. So somebody tell me, how did they mysteriously leave Jean's house and end up in her garage after her death? Where's the overnight bag? Y'all brought the shoes back, but y'all ain't bring the overnight bag back. How did y'all get in a fucking garage to begin with to put the shoes back? Lovely Gabam. Come on, that we and everybody that knows her said that's what she would have done. She would have just stayed home. She wouldn't have went to no sleepover knowing her kids didn't have a babysitter. The husband wasn't at home, but the husband was at home, y'all. Stacy never took Tamla to her house. Why would Stacy need to take Tamla to her house when Tamla had her own car? Exactly. But they wasn't gonna do that. You know what, Shatina, I'm glad you said that. Because Nicole and Madeline arrived with decorations. I'm trying to figure out how Madeline arrived and she lived there. I'm trying to figure out what was the decorations at. Because there wasn't no decorations up in the house. Did anybody see food? Because I didn't see no food. I didn't see no food at all. I saw a cake. You see him singing. That's about it. Well, let's talk about.
Didn't Nicole bring food from Chili's?
Exactly.
But she got there earlier than Jen.
Like, I mean, come on. I'm going to need them to make this make sense. Exactly. You ain't see none either, Shatanya, right? Because I ain't see none either. I'm trying to figure out where this gumbo came from. Because there should have been a pot or a big old bowl or something sitting on the table. I didn't see no food on any table. I seen a table full of alcohol. I would really like to know where the Casamigos vodka, tequila bottle went to.
That's the only bottle that was missing, or that was the only bottle they had there?
No, that was the only bottle that was missing. They found every other alcohol bottle but the bottle she brought. Mind you, it was brought for Jeanne, whom was the birthday girl. Oh, I don't drink tequila. You can just keep it.
But she told Bridget to bring her blueberry vodka. So it's a vodka.
No, lovely, the police ain't got it either.
Like the same damn thing. Damn near vodka, tequila. It's not too far apart.
Jennifer loved, yeah, they love blueberry vodka. Like, I ain't never seen no motherfucking blueberry vodka, and I've been on this earth for 43 years.
Tequila's supposed to be smoother than vodka.
It is. It really is. But it'll sneak up on you and knock you on your ass. You're going to feel like a Casamigo when you finish that bottle. Mind you, Casamigos, this was imported from Mexico, y'all. She went to Mexico. She brought this back from a trip from Mexico. Mind you, not to mention, Tamla only knew one person at this party, y'all. She knew two.
The weekend before.
Was that Jose?
No, it was Stacy and Jeanne. Why? Because all of their kids play football together.
But Bridget also said that they had all linked up prior the weekend before. So they all met before that weekend. That wasn't their first weekend meeting each other face to face.
Actually, it was Tamla's. The rest of them, it wasn't their first week. It was Tamla's first weekend. The night she came to spend the night for the so-called bullshit sleepover.
But nah, because Bridget's the one that talked to her.
See, that's where that's the thing that's getting me confused, because why is she the only one saying that? Ain't nobody else saying that. Ain't nobody else even mentioned that.
So we really got to take it back to what happened the weekend before.
The weekend before was a Halloween party.
So who was at the party?
Tamla wasn't mentioned at no Halloween party.
Bridget said she met her the weekend before. I remember that when I read her interview. I didn't listen to it.
Exactly, lovely. She would have drove her own car.
Yes, Bridget said she met Sam the weekend prior.
And then they started hanging out or sleepover?
Oh yeah, then the next weekend they did the sleepover for Jean's birthday party. So it had already been planned. And mind you, nobody else knew Tom was coming, or supposedly nobody else knew he was coming. But Stacey texted Nicole and told her that Tom was coming.
So did Tamla already know Jen?
Yes, she knew Jen.
She knew Jeanne because, see, Jeanne and Stacy, she knew them. Why? Because all three of their sons play on the same football team.
Yeah.
And Bridget happens to be a friend of them.
Bridget
is a friend of
Stacy. Hold on, let me just put one more list there. Bridget, Jennifer, Madeline, Paula, Nicole, Sarah, Stacy, and Marcy. They all knew each other.
And they were all at the party. Now again, Meezy, this is the jaw dropping question. Who took the picture?
Still need to know that.
Was it Jose? Or was it Tom? Or Gary?
Because Gary, he just openly admits, like Yeah, when I dropped Bridget off, I went inside. I see everybody drinking. I just wanted to say hey. I was at least there for at least about 15 minutes before I left.
Which means
He
Gary, he basically put himself at the scene of the crime. Nigga, you never left. You never left. Stacy, we go also got to look at Stacy. Because Stacy, she a little sneaky, conniving, lying, a little something too. She been lying. Ooh. You know, it's just a lot of shit that don't make sense. Because where does Michael Pallarino come in at? Who the hell is he? Who is Andy?
Michael Pallarino is Jennifer's husband. But remember, there's a discrepancy with Michael and Jennifer because Jennifer says she texted Mike at 7:32 to come get her, and she said by the time he got there, the police got there. So Mike said that Jennifer texted him at about between 8:30, and that would have made more sense of him getting there when the police got there. Why? Because the police didn't get there till 9:07.
Exactly.
So her saying that she texted him at 7:32 and he didn't get there until the police got there, which would have been at 9:07. Why the fuck did it take him so long to get there?
Exactly. Not to mention, why didn't they call the police until 8:59? You might as well say 9 o'clock. Yes, Zola. What do you want? What do you want? My grandchild's playing with my intelligence tonight, y'all. What do you want? Hello. Go get in the bed. Close my door back. Good night.
Cat.
No, the cat doesn't want you. It's going to bed. Good night. But yeah, you know, again, you got to make it make sense. These people ain't making it make sense nowhere. So this is my thing, y'all. It's another question I have that's really not making sense. If this lady's alcohol level, go get in the bed. My pen. This girl just made me break my favorite pen. But what was I saying now? I just confused myself. My grandchild just knocked me all off my square, y'all. I forgot what I was saying. I'm just trying to figure out why Jose felt the need to take charge of everything. Or we could talk about.
Well, because he worked for the police, I guess that's why. I guess he knew what to do, like he knew everything to do, basically.
Exactly. And like I said, I don't have everybody's what's the name up right now. I don't have everybody's interview up, but I will. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty of this, y'all, because it don't make no sense. None of this shit add up. None of it. Because you're not gonna tell me she fell over the banister, and your damn show ain't gonna tell me you threw her and she just landed face first. Even if you threw her over the banister, she wouldn't have landed with her hands down by her side. But that right there further lets you know that she was not thrown or she didn't fall. Or we're not gonna talk about how these who's that Michael Christian and all of them set up here and sent threatening text messages to this woman's husband on how they what was the words? You want to know how we fucked her? Or some bullshit like that. Basically admitting it without admitting it that they raped this girl. This woman, I'm sorry, that's not a girl, that's a whole grown woman. They admitted to how they raped this woman and what they did and how the kids gonna run around like losing their mind like ape shit. This the shit that they caused that man to lose his job. Called Child Protective Services on him, tried to get his kids taken away as if the man ain't going through enough. And for them to turn around on July 28th, 2021, for them to close the case up and label it as an accidental death. But we ain't finna allow that. That's bull. That's bull. You know it, and I know it. It's bull. Pure D bullshit. Because I'm still trying to figure out how the auntie got up from out her room, walked down the hallway, and you spotted a body in the grass. But you couldn't remember her name. But you just sat here in the same interview in the same sentence and said you looked out the window and seen Tam's body laying out there, but you couldn't remember her name. So first you ran up the stairs. You knocked on Jean's door. You didn't get an answer. You heard the shower water run until you ran back downstairs. I get rid of one and here come the other.
But wait, if she heard the shower water running, who the fuck was in the shower?
I'm assuming Jean was in the shower. That's what Madeline said.
That's crazy. But Jean didn't say that.
Jean ain't said nothing about being in no shower. So she ran back downstairs. So I'm going to assume when she ran back downstairs, that's when she went and prayed. And then she ran back upstairs again. I guess she was praying that Jean answered the door. Again, I'm going to need them to make this make sense. Because ain't none of this shit making sense. None of it. My thing is, if it wasn't no foul play on y'all end, why don't none of y'all stories corroborate each other? Only thing y'all can agree on, she was a very happy person. Which one of y'all got annoyed with her? Or Jose, was it that you got mad she might have turned you down? Or was this something y'all just planned on doing, period, to begin with? It's like, Jean, how long was you her friend before you invited to the kill party? Because that's basically what you did. And didn't the invitation say two different things? Word of mouth, it was a slumber party. But on the invitation, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm recalling correctly, it said something totally different. So I'm trying to figure out, when was y'all going to tell this lady it wasn't a pajama party? And another thing, again, if this lady was so overly anxious and excited to get home, why y'all didn't let that lady go home? Why y'all didn't let that lady go home if this is true? Because I'm starting to believe she did want to go home. But Bridget, you told her to sit down and finish eating her gumbo, go straight to sleep, all while leaving out the door. Now the question is, these people that actually left, did they really leave?
Why was there so many people leaving a slumber party at that?
Another thing that's blowing me. Madeline kept saying people showed up. I keep hearing that. There was a lot of people here. Who was them lot of people? Because y'all did a damn
Wasn't
good...
it a neighbor who had information like they were there though?
Her name was Mary.
And wait, did you tell them about the coroner? When they tell them about the coroner today?
The coroner, we got a lot to get into. Let's talk about how Michael Christian is a pedo. He a predator. Yeah.
Let's talk about how Ron Freeman, the sheriff, and the coroner are best friends.
Yeah.
Who both got fired.
Yeah.
Because of what the coroner did.
Ron Freeman got fired because the coroner, again, popped the wrist bone back into place and sold it up like it didn't happen.
And that ain't the first time they lost their jobs together.
Yeah, that ain't the first time they lost their jobs together. Probably ain't gonna be the last time they lose.
The first time, what they did? Blackface.
You said they lost their jobs before together?
Yeah.
The coroner lost his job first, because they seen the pictures, and then it was him and the sheriff Ron Freeman. They were in the picture with two blackface dolls. They got fired from one police department, and then went to a whole other police department and got hired. Them and the same 11 cops that got fired with them the first time. Snaky me.
Wait. So the first time they got fired from the first precinct, they got fired with 11 other cops?
Yes,
and they took them and them 11 cops went to another precinct. Now they run that precinct.
Yep.
Shatanya, that's a good question. That's a damn good question. Here, they labeling Tom and Stacy as the crockpot killers.
So they targeting black women.
That's what it sounds like. Mind you, y'all, this is in Forsyth, Georgia.
So now the question becomes, how many other cases of
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get down to the bottom of.
Don't even know that Lake Forsyth over there in that part of Georgia used to be a town called Oscarville, which was a predominantly black town, which was done the same way as Rosewood was.
They burned it down.
Just came and lied and said that a black man raped her, so the whole town.
Laura Washington, I got some stuff up on my channel. Just pay attention to it. Look her name up. Her name is Tamla Horsford. You'll trust me, when you read the first page of it, you're finna be like, I'm gonna have to use my grandson word. What the fuck? I'm still tripping on Bridget. In her interview, said she asked the doctor, if I take too many of these, can it kill me? Yeah, Tamla Horsford. I'm still trying to figure out why that question came up in the interview. What did that have to do with your interview? Because you made it seem like, to me, you wouldn't ask the doctor that question because you wanted to know how many pills it was going to take to kill him off. Correct me if is that what it sounds like to y'all? If that's what it sounds like to y'all, drop one in the chat. Because that's what it sounds like to me. What was the ulterior motive, y'all? So when you really look at it, Jose was really single that night. And as we could see, Tamla was a beautiful young woman. We ain't gonna mention the meth head. Well, the ex-meth head. Which would be, what's her name? Damn it, where you go? What's her name? Is it Jennifer? No, that ain't Jennifer, is it? See, I'm finna have to start putting names to faces. Exactly. See, there's never been a picture of her. Come on, since when that's not a part of the crime scene? Since when the process started going ass backwards? You know, since we're speaking on this, allegedly Bridget was cleaning all night. I'm trying to figure out how if she was going off of Xan. Xan makes you drowsy. They should have put you to sleep while you're standing up.
Yeah, she said admitted it in her interview that they all popped Xanny. So she did say that.
Exactly. She definitely popped one.
We ain't gonna slide past that like she ain't say that because baby for sure said they partners
And see, she trying to make it seem, and who's to say Tamla got take? Who's to say? I'm just gonna be honest with y'all.
Remember, she said it was her, Tam, Marcy, and Stacy.
Okay, but this is something I noticed. Exactly, but this is something I peeped. Y'all notice when it came down to taking extra shots, or when it came down to doing the drugs, they made sure Tamla's name was mentioned in everything.
They made sure you did. They knew that Tamla.
But come on, Tamla's best friend said Tamla has never done a drug a day in her life.
Not no extracurricular.
She said the only thing Tamla did was smoke her marijuana. I know, because I do that. Got it on my hand right now. Why? Because my nerves be on edge. My anxiety level goes through the roof. It calms down these extra 6 motherfucking bitches that's in my head. But every time they came down to doing some drugs, they made sure her name was mentioned. She got thrown on that bus big time. But the woman ain't never took a pill a day in her life. When I find the link to the on Instagram, that one of the lady that did the interview with the husband, and he ain't happy. First off, y'all took that man's wife from him, and can't nobody get him no answers. And y'all closed it out as an accident, knowing y'all got everything in the incident report. The blunt force trauma to the back of the head, the cuts, the scrapes, and shit. Come on, bro. What she cut on the way down? The wind beat her ass on the way down. That's the only way I can see her skin ripping like that, but she didn't fall far enough for that to happen. Again, I'm going to get a picture and I'm going to put it up on my community wall. I'm going to show y'all just how far she fell. It ain't a fall that should have killed her. Or better yet, you know what? I got another one. They said she fell in the bushes. If she fell in the bushes, don't we all know them bushes would have caught her fall? She'll still be breathing right now. Might be a little, achy. Bones might be not growing back correctly the way they're supposed to because we getting older, not young. Honey, when I tell you my husband went in so far, Measy, guess what I got?
What?
How about I got the dash cam footage?
Oh, wow. You got Michael.
I don't know whoever showed up first. I got the Stacy Smith phone call. I got Mr. Jose Barrera's polygraph. Exactly, CC. A whole lot of force. Again, that girl she didn't fall over no banister, and she wasn't thrown over no banister. Because if she was thrown over the banister, she wouldn't have landed right there damn near by the damn door of the basement. If they slung her like I think they slung her, and we know the females didn't do it. The niggas did. If these niggas did it, she would have been out a little further than what she is, way further than where she was laying at to begin with. Exactly, CC. Come on, we ain't picking up no dead weight. Hell, we little our damn selves. And these pretty bitches, I'm just gonna say that. These bitches is bougie. Oh my God, my nails are dirty. You get what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Look how they was all sitting on the couch. Oh, ew. Oh my God. Oh my God. Becky type bitches. So what they lifting somebody up and tossing them well? They lifting that bottle up and tossing them shots back is what they did that night. I fucking want her some blueberry vodka Well, let's talk about how Jennifer got a whole DUI. Well, had a DUI.
What they call it, gin and juice Jenny?
Gin and juice Jenny. And she was back there with Snoop Dogg, laid back, sipping on gin and juice. The blueberry version. It's like, come on, bro. I'm gonna need them to make this case make sense. They can't even make the case make sense. That's why you got to start with a fresh pair of eyes. Thing is, they better wake up. Pay attention to their surroundings, because the same motherfuckers y'all kicking it with be the same motherfuckers that'll take you what? Out. And will go stand at your funeral and cry with your mama. We're going to do everything we can, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson don't know she's standing at the hands of the man that took her kids out. What hugged up photos? See, to my on the couch, CC, that's Stacy. That she's on top of the photos, and that's what I'm not understanding. If they had
some, you know what? She needs to you need to show them the picture of her laying on Bridget for Jose right there.
Wait, who laying on Bridget?
Remember, we got the picture with when Tam is laying on Bridget and she passed Jose the wine.
Oh yeah, Tam was laying on Bridget. Is that when she was in her lap on the couch? And Jose sitting like right there next side to it, sitting on the side, and he like giving like Tam this like side eye, like, what is you doing? Like, why you on her when you could be on me type look. It's like, if you really want to be truthful, everywhere you seen Tam, Jose was not far behind.
It's okay. Hey,
and I'm kind of believing the part about her wanting to go home. But I'm kind of not believing it, because why would she come prepared for a sleepover if it wasn't really?
Don't leave out the part that two couples are swingers.
Oh yeah, two of the couples are swingers too, y'all. You know, Stacy and what's her husband's name?
Tom.
Stacy and Tom. They swinging to the left, to the right, to the middle, to the side, upwards, downwards, counterclockwise, vertical. Yeah, they on one.
Hey, Bridget did say something about the adult party.
Yeah. That's nothing.
And from what I seen on Facebook about Stacy, they say those adult parties are swinger parties. So you gotta put that in there.
Yeah, so Stacy and her husband, Stacy and Gary, Stacy and Tom are swingers. And then we got Jen and Jose. They're swingers too. They were swinging, and I guess they was trying to swing Tam that way. Tam like, I don't need to swing that way. I can go home and swing where I need to swing.
Don't go sleep.
Shatanya, I don't even think they convinced her to stay. I think they forced her to stay. That's where the drugging started coming in at. That's when you start pouring the alcohol down her throat without pouring it down her throat. Didn't I tell you to go get in the bed?
The bed.
The bed now. I'm gonna get the bell. Hey, Kritisha, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm late to party.
Oh no, you fine. I got the replays on today, so.
Cool. Yeah, I went to bed early and I woke back up.
But yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, they were swingers. So when it's all said and done, they all guilty. Can't nobody blame one more than the other, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The men did what they did, but the women participated too. Remember, we got two bitches in here that's, you know what I'm saying, that probably rubbed and started a whole forest fire. I'm just saying. Look, I'm gonna have to steal this here. I'm gonna have to steal this here, little Joe, looking like dingy ass hot dogs. I'm just saying.
Oh, and
Again,
don't forget the part where Bridget said she was gonna shove the bottle up Jen's face and up her brain and clean it out for her.
Oh
In
yeah.
her statement, well, in her interview, she told this to the police.
Go get in the bed. Now, go get in the bed. Luna, if you going, go too. I mean, this shit is just crazy, y'all. And Stacy done got caught lying. Now we gotta remember, Stacy ain't as innocent as people think she is. Because not only she was being investigated for Tamla Horsford case, but we ain't gonna talk about the 18-year-old girl that whom she was the last person to talk to, and right after she talked to that girl committed suicide. So yeah,
poor little Taylor.
Poor Taylor. Girl, man, when I tell y'all they calling Tom and Stacy the crockpot killers. They saying these niggas going around making meals and killing folks. I'm still trying to figure out. I want to see the picture. This what I want to know. Who was that she walked to the door? Bridget, yeah. She walked Bridget to her car.
Oh no, she walked Sarah to her car in the earlier part, and then she walked Bridget to the door.
Go let her out. I'll be in there in a minute. Yeah, what Meezy just said. She did all this, all that. Mind y'all, let's not forget, she fucked up. Y'all think Kanika was standing with an alcohol level of 0.112. How the hell was she standing, period, at 0.238? That makes sense. Where was she functioning at? But Bridget told her, oh, eat your gumbo. Try to go get some sleep. All while she was leaving out the door. Question is, who heated up the gumbo? Because it never said nothing about Tamla going in there to heat up no gumbo. It always just said Tamla was eating gumbo. Somebody heated the gumbo up. But Jose said it was gumbo or jambalaya. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Or better yet again, let's talk about the auntie lying, talking about some she don't smoke, but you was out there smoking that night. Or let's focus on the cameras that accidentally got erased.
I'm on Reddit, right? And I just typed in Tamla Horsford. They're saying some of the same things, right? They said this was her first time hanging out with them, and the way all the people there sound, transcripts sound skeevy. They're trying to make Tamla sound bad, and the cops heavily mishandled the case. No pictures taken during the autopsy, highly unusual, and interviews taken in the home, not in the police station.
Exactly. That right there was a definite red flag.
Someone said, too many inconsistencies. Sounds like a disagreement took place. The white bitches ganged up on her. They were drinking and doing drugs. Don't forget. The white men present also.
And they claim it was only 3. But I believe it was more than 3 men there too. Because you had Tom, you had Gary, and you had Jose.
Let's see if I can find something interesting.
This town is prejudiced as hell, y'all. Very prejudiced. As you can see. Exactly, Shatinya. Now that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Was Bridget the one who heated up the so-called alleged gumbo? If that actually even existed. Because again, where did the food come from? We ain't see no food. Again, where was that pot at on the stove? I ain't see no pot. And for that many people, I'm pretty sure she ain't bring no small bowl. Gumbo is like soup.
Okay, so someone posed a question saying, what physical evidence do investigators have? What motive would people have? Would anyone there try to harm her? What are your theories on it? Someone said, found face down, not to the side, yet autopsy shows no damage to nose, teeth, lips, or front facial bones. None to ribs, the clavicle, shoulders. Trauma, however, to the right temporal region. Injuries are not consistent with the position of the body. Would be interesting to see cell phone logs from those at the party from midnight on, and 911 call, no way. That friend found crying disbelief. But they were too calm, way too calm. And then she also said that it's weird that the husband was not mentioned in any article, and that it's weird that he was trying to look through the evidence, right?
Yeah, and that's like, that don't make no sense. Even again, like I said, I'm going to put a picture up on my community wall here on my YouTube channel here in a little bit. When you look at this banister to this balcony, you ain't finna tell me this lady fell over this banister.
Right, because the person said also, reports I have read also state there wasn't a ton of blood, but if the fall was enough to kill her and she had several lacerations, wouldn't there be quite a bit of blood around the body?
Exactly.
Also, I've been drunk and on a balcony before, and depending on the home setup, I would think you couldn't just fall without running over it.
Even with a running and jumping start, she would have had to take her hands to grab herself to even throw herself over the banister. And it's crazy. They want us to believe that this lady fell.
And the homeowner actually ended up selling her house to a Forsyth County Sheriff's deputy.
What?
So right?
Do they say who the deputy is?
No, but what they do say also is that the homeowner gave the officers gift cards.
Yeah.
Right? Which is weird. Why'd they give them gift cards?
Go get a pull up, little boy. You're out here freelancing like you grown. So you sold the house to a deputy.
So someone says, do you think maybe she was sitting on the balcony and lost her balance and fell, or was she pushed? She said no, she was attacked. She was drugged with Xanax in her gumbo, and when her back was turned, she was set up by Jeanne. Jose, her boyfriend, attacked her along with the other male.
I said that same thing. I just sat here and said that same thing. I just said it.
When he tried to move on her, she rejected.
And he got mad about it.
Yeah.
But they all had a hand in on it. That was just a so-called narrative. You got to make the story fit. It's way more to it than that. We just ain't got down to the nitty-gritty. That's why these are just the beginning of the interviews, because there's more than one interview. Somebody.
I'm gonna copy this link and send it to you back, channel.
All right, this is crazy, because you're not gonna kill nobody just because she wouldn't give you no pussy, bro. It was way more to it than that.
I sent it to you too, Measy. I sent it to you too.
It's way more. It's like it's way more to it than that because they all were involved. So is it more swingers at this party that we don't know about? And it just shows not to speak
I
on
definitely
it.
feel like it's more people at the party than we know about.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because the auntie, Madeline, said there was quite a few people there.
No. Cat.
Let her out.
No.
Let her out.
Mm-mm.
Well, she said, screw you. She going out anyway.
You can't do that.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone. But yeah, it's a lot of just don't make sense.
There's another one I just found. It says, sadly, Tamla Horsford isn't the only suspicious death case in Forsyth County. We were just talking about this. Sheriff Ron Freeman is dangerous and has proven to be inept to hold any leadership role. In 2019, Kenneth Brown's mother found him suspiciously hanging with defensive wounds on his arms and hands, despite being standard to perform autopsies and suicides. Forsyth County refused, telling the mother she would have to pay for it herself. Freeman refused to speak with the mother of Kenny Brown, and investigators ignored.
Whoa. Can you send me that link?
Yeah, I'm going to send this to you now. In 2020, a wealthy socialite mother and grandmother by the name of Linda Jones Henderson was found with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot to the right temple.
Amazing.
She was 71.
Amazing. Did I or did I not? Did I or did I not just sit here and say this earlier? If they did this to Tamla, how many more other people have they done this to?
Right. Finish giving us the rundown, Gilbert. Let me see where I'm at. Forsyth County investigators ignored evidence of foul play and a suspicious crime scene. Their gun had been fired 3 times, twice on the floorboards and once in the temple. Despite this, no gunshot residue was present on Miss Linda, nor were there fingerprints on the gun or the safe place where the gun was housed. What? They wrote this wrong. At 71, Miss Linda was newly and extremely wealthy. Her husband was drowning in debt. Even though the husband was late to see her and first to find her after returning, Forsyth County Sheriff's Office deemed it unnecessary to investigate any further or investigate the trial of blood in the bathroom, which disproves a suicide. So let me send this one.
You can send me all of them.
This one was posted by her family. Her family posted a Reddit, and on the bottom they said, Sheriff Freeman, I don't care how much you attempt to bully me, how much of my property you damage, you'll never intimidate me to the point of silence, and I want every family wronged by you to get justice. This is my mission. So this is somebody from
So y'all out here threatening families and shit because y'all know y'all wrong? And Freeman, you a Uncle Tom ass nigga? So more innocent people has lost their lives living in this county. Wow.
Well, maybe I could write her on Reddit and give her some advice on what she should do, right? Because in a case like this, or any case, if you want it to be seriously investigated, you actually have to write the council members of and the mayor and the governor and the sheriff.
Hold on, Gilbert. That's where you got to pump your brakes at. Because them same people that you saying go talk to or write a letter to.
Yeah, I know they're probably involved. But this is how you start a case, right? So if you start an email and you email them and there's no response, or there's what you don't want them to respond because you want to take them to court for negligence. What you call it? It's hey y'all. It's not that easy though because my auntie, she was murdered
She was murdered by the state of Louisiana. She had a lawsuit out on them, and they murdered her. And when my family tried to get justice for her, they said to leave. The police told them to leave this fucking case alone. Like my family, they paid a lawyer and everything. The state of Louisiana paid the lawyer to bag up out of it. Like that shit is more deeper than what we think it is. And like if they don't want you to investigate in it, they're gonna pay you off or they're gonna kill you. Like my family didn't get no money from my auntie murder, even though she had a lawsuit out. Like she won the lawsuit, she had to be present to sign off on it. She got murdered. She got murdered in November. We found her body into May, and so with no human present by her name, she could not get the check. By then, my grandma and my uncle that hired lawyers and everything. Louisiana paid them to leave that case alone, and man, that shit is crazy. And we just can't say that the family need to do this, the family need to do that. Like, if they don't want you to do it, you're not going to do it. My condolences. Yeah, thank you. And like when that shit happened, her kids, all of us was young, and her kids don't know nothing. The only thing that we know is what we heard, but the the adults and the ones that was older, like me, like I know everything that happened, and now her kids just not knowing, and all of her kids are grown and got kids, and they messed up and asked me at the right time, and I told them everything that happened to their mama. And her boyfriend had something to do with it. The state of Louisiana paid her boyfriend to have her killed. Wait, you said you found out her boyfriend was in on it? Yes. The whole family knew, like everybody knew when it all came down to it. Like we found her car, we found her body and everything. Well, no, we didn't find her body. Where he put her body at was on somebody's property, but only somebody that was close to her would know that she had a screw in her leg, that she had her initials in her tooth because she had goals in the front of her mouth. And her hair was cut on one side of her hair. Like, that could have been identification. They cut my auntie leg off, the leg with the screw that was up in there. They knocked out her teeth, all her teeth in the front of her mouth because she had her initials on there. They cut her hair, they said her hair bald, so we won't identify her by her haircut and everything. But let me remind y'all, during the time when my auntie came up for murder and missing and everything, it's that year, like everything happened that year. So it took my grandma months to identify her daughter because they had to do it by her district.
Back then technology wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, and that happened like I'm 35 now, and that shit happened like when I was fucking 11, 12 years old. So y'all know that shit. It was nothing like it is now.
DNA technology again wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, and like in Louisiana, like the part where I'm from, like my uncle, he got some money. Like he got money. He's a mason and everything, and he had to leave that shit alone. Like with nobody trying to help. If you was going to get closer in on it, it's either they was going to pay you or they was going to kill you off. And my family just left it alone. But it's when people say, I wish the family would do this, I wish the family would do this, it's not easy.
Really do nothing.
Say it all, y'all.
Especially when they can't make no moves to do nothing.
Right. Not like that. Right. And if the state of Louisiana is paying your lawyers to stand up and represent you, if they pay your lawyers off to shut the fuck up, then guess what? They gonna shut the fuck up and take this free money.
That sure is.
So it's not that easy, man, for family to do anything. There's like 2 other black people that was dead in the same city, weird, mysterious ways, and the police ain't do nothing. That's how you know they got something to do with it. Yeah, and the way that my auntie came up missing is because she was working at this rec center and it had a pool up in there, and everybody they play too much and they tried to drown her. They tried to drown her in the pool and would nobody help her. So that was started her lawsuit. But even before then, like it's a whole bunch of shit that my auntie did do, but she never killed nobody. It just was dealing with drugs and shit like that. She said drugs, but other than that, like the police, like they had something to do with my auntie murder. They got something. They covered it up, and we did not get no justice for my auntie. The person who helped my mama said that he was like these police. They hire people inside of the jail to get out and do crime for them and then bring them back to jail. Mm-hmm. Like that's what happened with my auntie. Her boyfriend and him murder my auntie. We know, with the family know, but that shit, there's nothing we could do.
You can't even to the point. It's like, again, like look at this case here. So much crime has been done in Georgia that they got to cover up for the cover up to cover up the cover up. As you can see, none of them have been charged.
People who know about Oscarville, that's how you know it's a cover up. They killed a whole town of people and put a lake over it. Exactly. Like they don't want these people to know.
That lake is surrounded under dead bodies that was just left there. Skeletons.
And then y'all check this out. During the time when my auntie came up missing, in Louisiana, in Monroe, Louisiana, it was another lady. The government killed her too, and they put her body in her sister's backyard. She was pregnant and cut her stomach up and put her baby on top of her in her sister's backyard for her sister to find. Like they are fucking cool. These people out here is fucking. It's sad. It's really sad, and it's scary.
It's beyond scary because again, what was the motive? That's what I want to get down to. What was the motive?
See, like to me, man, these women they get caught up with the wrong man. The wrong man tell them.
But what was the motive for them killing Tamla Horsford though?
I don't even know. I'm just sitting in the background listening.
She got invited to a. First off, it's the grown folks sleepover for me. I'm 43 years old. I ain't been to a damn sleepover since I was 12. And my mama was skeptical.
My mama don't go to no
exactly. My mom, let me go tell my daughter I'm finna go to a fucking sleepover. She gonna be like, Mom, is you for real stupid?
Okay, right. Like, we go to the club, shake your ass, you go home, I go home. We ain't going no sleepover.
I ain't even going to the club to shake my ass, because hell, motherfuckers snatch you from there.
Right. For them 45.
Huh?
You ain't Madeline 60-something?
Yeah, 663.
Come on, they old.
These niggas in their 40s ain't going to the club, their backs hurt. Because I know my knees hurt like a motherfucker.
Facts. And I feel like
I ain't got the mega knees. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's these polices that has family members that'll do shit for them, and they know that they're going to cover it up. Because just like this, and one of them wives is a police officer, right?
The boyfriend. Hold on, let me break it down to you. So you got, Gian, which is Jose, whom lost his job. He was a police officer, but he lost his job because he was looking into this case. When you involved in the case and you under investigation, you're not supposed to even touch this case. What his dumb ass get caught doing? Looking into the case online at work with his stupid ass. Then you got, hold on, what's the name I'm looking for? Michael Christian.
The rapping officer.
Arriving officer, mind you, he arrived on the scene. He arrived on the scene, and then you got I think that's it. Oh no, Andy Caitlin. Who he?
Remember, Jose called Andy Kaling before he called 911.
Yeah,
It's
Andy
crazy.
Caitlin. Andy Caitlin. I'm just gonna say it like this here. Andy Caitlin helped them cover this bullshit up. Michael Palorino ain't innocent either. It's these last names for me, boy.
See that's crazy because look at all of these police that's involved in this case.
That's 3 officers right there. One was a probation officer. Then we had a regular officer.
Wait, not to mention Paula is best friends with the lady coroner.
Yeah.
Of the county.
Yeah. Paula is best friends with the lady coroner. So, bam. Cover up number 1.
See that, and there's so many. I mean, that woman, if she was involved with somebody that work at the corner, ain't no telling what could have been in her body that woman really didn't put down on that paper. Like, ain't no telling what kind of drugs was up in that lady body.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't trust white people. I don't like them bitches. That's why I don't work for them bitches.
Exactly, Shatanya, honey, on my knees ain't going nowhere. I ain't got the Megan Stallion knees. The devil is a lie. I got them motherfuckers on stuck. I got them stuck on froze knees. Goddamn it, when them motherfuckers give out, they give out.
Okay, I be getting up out the bed, my knees still be in the bed, and my legs just be moving.
Honey, I can't even move. My shit done detached themselves. Shit.
Y'all crazy. And my knees stopped working in my 20s, and I ain't number 35. My knees still ain't working.
My knees stopped working at 16 here. You mean when I got hit in these motherfuckers?
Dang, lady.
I was bad as hell, y'all. But that's a conversation for in a little bit. But again, y'all, I just want y'all to take the time. Again, you know, I always tell anybody, I can sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face. But it's up to you to do your own research. Just watch. Or better yet, I'm finna start back going live a little more than what I've been doing. Cause I know you guys miss me. I miss y'all too. But I'm gonna at least try to go live.
Yes, we miss you, girl.
I'm trying to at least go live maybe 2-3 days out the week. Give my people what they really want. I'm coming out with some bigger and better stuff, y'all. I'm getting stuff handed to me. You know, I'm trying to do big things here. And again, guys, come check me out on Clubhouse. I'm Lady Nia. You know what I'm saying? We sit over here, we chill. I think y'all would love it over here though. Because you know, you get to hear each other's voices. You know, we actually get to communicate when messaging necessarily. But y'all know something that really tripped me out though. The fact that the Michael Christian dude, you a whole cop, police officer, whatever the fuck they want to call him.
Talk about how he was sending all his side bitches to pictures of Tamla that we still
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part. I'm sorry, I had got in a deep thought. That's the part. Yeah, that how Michael Christian was sending pictures. Yeah, he was sending pictures, y'all.
Again, we can't find no crime scene pictures.
We can't find no crime scene pictures of Tamla, but he got crime scene pictures of Tamla. Michael Christian, that is, passing them out to all his little side bitches and shit.
Telling them how she died.
Telling them how she died. How did this officer know how she died if you just now starting to investigate the case?
And you wasn't at the party.
And you wasn't at the party, or was you? Was you the third guy in the basement or the fourth guy in the basement? Was everybody significant other that period and y'all just everybody hid in the basement? One of them pretend to be sick. Jose, that is. But he became live. He became live, vibrant, and well when it was time to.
So there's two podcasts that I just read about on Reddit that have dived into this. The Murder Squad, Jensen and Holes. That's one of them.
Oh, you say Jensen? Oh Lord,
yeah, the Murder Squad, Jensen and Holes, and there was another one that he just mentioned.
Murder Squad.
Morbid, a true crime podcast covered this on their 151st episode.
Yeah, see, it's a whole lot. So you see that music? He said 151st episode. So it's way more to uncover.
I don't know if that's their actual podcast episode of a news story or if it's the 150th part of the story. Now, someone posted this, right? It's a picture of the three women wearing Dunkin' Donuts masks, right? So the three women wearing the Dunkin' Donuts masks were at the party that night. When the cops interviewed them, they tried to bribe the cops with Dunkin' Donuts gift cards as shown in the
Hell no, somebody clowning theirs.
Right? No, they have the proof. They have the proof. They show the screenshots on Reddit.
Oh no, we know they tried to give out gift cards.
Oh, send me the link. Send me the link for the screenshots though.
Yeah, I'm gonna send out. Who said that, music?
Yeah.
Let me get that link too.
Hey, Deja.
Hey, Tamika, honey, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. How you been? All right, y'all. So, I normally don't do this. I don't, and y'all know I don't. But you know, it's getting close to the holidays, and it's a real nigga birthday coming up. So, who want to bless the Queen Cash out for her birthday? Make a nigga feel good. I'm getting old, y'all. But you know, it's funny. You know, I ain't gonna say funny, but you know, people like Tamla and all the rest of these people that went through what I want to call in my own head judgment day without being judged. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel you, Tamika. I feel you. But yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? My birthday coming up. Definitely coming up. I'm gonna be 1 year older. 10 years younger. But see, now it's like just digging into this case making me want to really dig further. My birthday is on the 29th, Tamika. I'll be 44, y'all. But again, you know, digging into this case makes me want to go look at all the other cases. Find out what's really to this town. Why is it that when people check in, they 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 check out very quickly? And I don't mean by moving out. They check out of life, period. They check off this earth. That don't make no sense. This don't seem to be a coincidence. Okay, Tamika. It's just crazy. Like I said, and I said this earlier, you know, and sometimes I kind of hate when I'm right. But like I had said earlier, if they did this to her, how many other people has gone through this? And from the looks of it, we see it's quite a few, and that's crazy. Hey, Jamal, you know me, Jamal. You know I gas too. I gas too. These people try to play us like we can't see what we see or hear what we hear, but we know better. We definitely know better. They gonna tell us this lady fell over a banister and just ended up in the ground, in the grass, face first, face first. But we all know if she would have got thrown, she could have went a Superman jump. Why did you end up right in the most obvious places where she could have hit her head coming down? But she got blunt force trauma to the back of the head. She got bruises and scrapes and cuts. It's like, come on now. I smell foul play and bullshit. But then the sheriff of the town, mm,
So here's somebody's opinion.
it's just crazy.
I think he probably came downstairs after being rejected from sex from his wife. Frustrated and drunk, he approached the only female left awake, alone, vulnerable. When she thought he lost his temper and hurt her to the point she deceased. He then maybe tried to beat her more to make her look like she had fallen, or again out of more anger. It would explain his obsession, checking the case online, the deleted video. It would explain why there's been no conviction, because he's been protected by his cop friends. It could explain, she said, "What? I don't know. I could be way off base, but as soon as I saw his picture, I thought that's the guy."
Wow.
And Jose is buff as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, he is. Very. But it's funny, his name disappearing on the ad thing. In a minute, they gonna have this nigga on the front of the Clown magazine. Clowns of the Year. World's most dumbest ass fucking criminals. But it was the fact that everybody left. And then they called them back. Put them all in the same house before they did their interviews. And yet, still don't nobody's stories match. That's crazy.
They all guilty.
I'm talking about guilty as hell. Y'all know me. I'm finna keep my foot on their necks. I'm trying to do a one-on-one interview with her best friend, Michelle Graves. It's her name. So if anybody out there ever heard of this lady or has talked to this lady before or know of her personally, can you let her know? Hidden in Plain Sight, aka Nia's Exposing Truth, aka Lady Nia. You can hit me on YouTube. You can find me on Clubhouse. Man, can y'all just imagine what really goes on in this world and how people just really get away with shit? Yeah, Taya, I think the clubhouse talk would be nice too. So for those that's on here, go into your Google Play Store or your Apple Play Store and download Clubhouse. Look me up on Clubhouse. I'm Lady Nia. Y'all will like it over here, trust me. There be all type of shit going on over here.
Do the people still need invites to join Clubhouse or just download it and go in there?
You just download it and go in there.
Oh, okay. Because I know at first you needed an invite.
And Taya, that's what I'm working on. So this is what I was thinking, guys, and I've discussed this with some of my team members. I'm trying to open up a nonprofit. I'm trying to see if I can get a nonprofit organization going for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? For cases out here that's not solved, that need attention. Seriously. Okay, here I come. It's like, stuff like this needs attention.
I got a room for you. Somebody who knows how to set stuff like that up.
Okay.
They'll give you like the information.
Okay. Well, we definitely, I'm trying to, get a nonprofit organization going, be able to reach out to some of these families that's done went through this, check on them, let them know that, people out here still fighting. Because again, this man lost everything. Yes. TV. Oh, okay, here I come. My grandkids is a hot mess, y'all. They really are. But yeah, it's I'm gonna be looking into a lot of new different cases, y'all. I'm focusing on a lot of different things. And I know this is off subject, but I did get some new information on the Brian Laundrie case. It's confirmed that he committed suicide by gunshot wound inflicted to the head. But they can't find the murder weapon.
It's about the guy that killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't believe that shit. I believe his ass out there hiding out somewhere. I don't believe that.
No, it's officially confirmed that it was his body. But I believe the parents helped, like I've been saying since day one. So now their immunity is being taken off the table. They might be looking at federal time now, from what I read. Which they needed to be anyway. I'm not trying to take
Yeah, man, say what you had to talk to me about? You ever talk to the girl again? Girl, no. What you call it? I'm gonna have to tell y'all about that because that shit is deeper than what it is. And then, like I said again, back in Louisiana, in my hometown, and it's going down again. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you about it. Oh yeah, that's okay.
But yep, y'all, this is what I'm focused on right now. This is what I'm doing. I'm working on something different. Still being me, just on a different platform.
About the
about to cut out.
Oh.
Head to hit the room real quick.
Alrighty.
I'll find something. Find something else, I'm gonna hit you back now.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Alright, y'all.
All right. But yep, y'all, this is, be surprised what goes on in these different states and cities and countries and stuff. Again, what's the ulterior motive? Because again, rumor on the street, Jan and Jose wasn't together. Oh yeah, another thing I found out, y'all. Madeline is not Jean's biological auntie either.
Why are they crying in harmony?
My kids, my grandkids is crazy.
They say crying over there?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know they say crying, because it's in harmony. It's some fake shit over there.
Oh man, Gabrielle Young, I seen that video. OMG. I keep telling people they gotta go watch that video, because when I tell y'all that girl went in, she said she looked like a dingy hot dog, bro. She said that girl looked like a dingy hot dog. No, Gabrielle. It was the car for me. She said, bro, I died. I'm dead. I was beyond dead. But yeah, and there's something about this timeline that's still kind of fishy. I know, Gabrielle, I did too. I swear to God, I did. She said, when somebody car starts sounding like that, you don't need that car no more. It's time for a new car. Fuck changing the motor and the engine. You just need a new car. Period. My grandkids in here screaming. On the real Gabrielle shit, she beyond flinching. They ain't even a car. It was just her feet. They just crazy as hell. That girl had me dying for a whole hour and 14 minutes and 38 seconds. I ain't laughed so hard in a long time. That motherfucker said, don't you kill people? You kill real people, bitch, in real life. Woo! Now that's, you want to laugh for the day? Go watch that girl video. Look up on Facebook, y'all. Her name is Honesty. That girl is funny to me. Oh shit! Oh damn! I think we all said that. She said your ass raw, real raw. No, it was the I fucked your daddy for me.
Oh.
Yeah, they went deep. She cut her ass with a knife with that one. Didn't even put no butt over. She like, bitch, I was your stepmama. Oh boy. Boy. Oh, she said you be for 1,200. How the hell you out here taking care of niggas? But anyway, Gabrielle, your ass stupid. That shit was funny as hell. is all hell. I ain't laughed that hard in a long ass time. My grandkids were going crazy, as y'all can see. But yeah, y'all. The wrong business, Gabrielle. I feel you. But yeah, y'all, I will be coming to y'all unveiling, unveiling a lot more to this case because we ain't even put a dent in it yet. We still got other interviews to listen to, more lies to listen to. What I'm not getting is all y'all in the same house before y'all interviews, and don't none of y'all stories corroborate each other. Don't none of them make sense. None of them at all.
Not to mention the mismatched times on the written statements of that day.
Exactly. The mismatched times just really didn't make sense. Like, how you gonna talk to one person and interview them at 8:30 in the morning, but you don't interview the others until like 11:30, 12 o'clock. You can call people from work. Kamala Harris check Charlamagne the God. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go and jump on off him because it's going on 12:30 at night. And these grandkids of mine is crazy. Well, I will be back. I'm Fogan. Eventually, I'm gonna have all the interviews up, video and written or whatever they want to call it. I'm gonna put all that up on the channel so you guys will get a chance to see. But this is crazy. It's the fake auntie for me. Your name is Madeline, but the kids call you Marty. That was funny. Why wouldn't they call you Maddie? I'm just asking. Come on, y'all, drop some hearts in the chat for Tamla. Say her name and say it loud. Tamla Horsford, we will not let you down. We can't expect people like Forsyth to bring justice to your case. It's not in their nature. Hell, they ain't even in their nature. That name just sounds suspect. Sound like an insect or some shit. Make my skin crawl. But with that being said, guys, you all have a nice night. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your loved ones. Let people know you love them every once in a while. And for crying out loud, everybody smile. What don't kill you only make you stronger. That being said, good night. Peace.